going to have happen is, we call this the turtle position. And most people in Craig's line of work where my opponent goes to turtle, most people don't have an offensive turtle. This is usually a reaction to either a scramble or I've passed and he doesn't want to give chest-to-chest pressure, so he goes to a turtle. So normally this is going to be a defensive posture for him while he's biding his time for me to make a mistake, so I'm on offense, and I want to stay on offense. So whether we get here from a snap down where I'm chest to back in a parallel fashion, or I turn the corner and get perpendicular, this is where we're going to start our attack. He's in great posture, he's protecting his elbows. So what we've got to do is worm in a choke here. So most people are going to hand fight a bit. So I'm not going to teach you all how to hand fight from this position. I'm also going to say, whenever I do this, I like to set it up from the front and get my grip already, because I don't need a deep grip on this choke. The point is, look up for something. We're going to get our hand, thumb in, right here on the collar. Pro tip, don't strangle a guy with a wide band, strangle him with a garrote wire. What we want to do is take the collar and turn it. If you're over here, come over and see this detail. So instead of pulling, sure you can choke a guy with material like this. I'm not saying you can't, but let's get smarter. So we're going to fold the lapel over. I don't need to be tight here because we're going to get to a bow and arrow, and that's going to make up the slack. So I also really don't want this guy to think that he's in trouble yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my left knee or the trailing leg into the spot between his elbow and his hip. That's what I'm going to aim for. And we're going to do a rolling bow and arrow choke. Okay? That's where we're going to end up. This hand can do a multitude of things. Sometimes you can come in and get the other collar and act like you're going for a clock choke. But I don't like to do this because this is very easy to counter when he grabs my arm and then rolls me. Let's go ahead. I don't like that. So the second hand I usually use on base, and to make him feel like I'm going to go to the back. Because this is a pretty common move, is to switch and then pull him into a back take. And it's viable, but we're going to get ninja on this guy and finish it. So we're here, I'm establishing some pressure on his hip, and then we're going to basically hop into the hole here, and I'm going to roll. This hand now goes to the pants so he doesn't scoot on me. As I put my head down, roll here. Now, you've all seen those positions, bow and arrow. I can go here, I can come across and grab the pants. There are a multitude of ways to finish this. I like to get over the shoulder. If I want to, I can re-guard, and then I'm going to push my hips into the choke. Okay? There are other ways to do this if he gives me some space, but what I've found is, we have a guy here that trains Sean Carr. He's not going to give you any space here. Exactly, it's brutal. So you got to make the space by turning the corner on him. If he's less disciplined and he bases out, you can actually just step over and put it in the hole like this. Now see how I'm not over his arm? I like to come over and grab the deltoid, peel it, relock, and use my hips. I'm not even pulling. I'm just using my hips to extend him into the choke. And that's the beauty of the bow and arrow. So one more time. Maybe off of the snap down, maybe off of the screen. I turn the corner, I get my grip. I establish some base and posture. I'm coming over into the hole. Swing him, the leg comes up and over, the other leg comes in. Finish it. All right, let's try it.